Good day everyone. In this video presentation, we will all discuss the consonant and the vowel sound. Before I present this video, let us know the content of this presentation. First, we will know about the English vowel sound. Second, the English consonant sounds. Now, in English vowel sound, we have 5 letters. That is A, E, I, O, and U. The first letter is letter A. The spelling system of English is complicated, and when it comes to the vowel system, it can even sometimes seems like there are no patterns. Even though it is complex, there are some basic patterns that you can learn to help you figure out how to pronounce new words. The most basic key to the vowel system is to know that each vowel letter uses 3 or 4 sounds. So, the first step to understanding the vowels is to learn the basic sounds of each. The basic sounds of the English letter A are long A, short A1, and short A2. The first sound in letter A is the long A sound. The sound of long A is the same as the name of letter A when you say the alphabet. Some common words with this sound are make, name, say, came, place, change, state, day, later, able, became, face, paper, waves, and space. The next sound of A is the short A sound. The sound of short A1 is tricky with some students. Short A1 is pronounced in the front lower part of the mouth. Some of mouth needs to be open enough, and it is very important to relax the tongue. Here are some frequently used words with short A1. Answer, add, began, plant, last, back, after, man, ask, land, family, class, stand, happen, and map. The next sound of A is the short A2. The second short A sound is a sound that is also used for short O. This sound is what many students think as a normal sound of A sound and is used for the word mama. This vowel is the center of the mouth, not front, not back, and it is low down. So, the mouth needs to be open enough and the tongue is relaxed. Here are the examples of words with this sound are almost, talk, also, start, want, car, fall, small, watch, far, father, hard, water, part, so, dark. The next vowel letter is the letter E. There are 3 common sounds using the letter E. The E sound used to the front part of the mouth. The E sound is used with the middle portion of the mouth, and the sound is used with the rear portion of the mouth. Here are some words for the front of the mouth used by sound E. Used by sound E. Met, week, bet. Next, an example of sound coming from the middle portion of the mouth is seen through E. Bet, bread, and fed. For the sound that comes in the back part of the mouth, we can look at the sound air, the earth, peer, and after. The next vowel is I. Each vowel letter of English uses 3 or 4 different vowel sounds. 3 or 4 different vowel sounds. But there is something unique about the letter I. It shares about sound with the letter Y. They are not sort of like twins. Whenever the letter Y is acting as a vowel, it uses the same sound as I. There are 3 basic sounds of the English letter I. The long I, the long I2 or old style, and the short I. Now, let us proceed to the sounding of I. First is the long I. Long I is the normal long vowel sound for I because it is the same as the name of the letter I. Some common words with this sound are like, right, time, line, right, kind, while, life, side, 5, eyes, sign, child, tie, item, my, why, type, style, rhyme, cycle, deny, apply, and rely. In the short I sound, there is a pronounce in the front of upper part in the mouth. And it is very important to relax the tongue to avoid confusion with the long A sound. For example, the this and this. Now, there are quite a few frequently used words with the short I sound. So, it is important to learn to relax the tongue well. Some words are with, sixth, which, if, give, thing, think, big, least, inch, spring, quick, sing, myth, gip, gym, cyst, lint, system, rhythm, and symbol. While in the long I2 sound, the second long sound that the letter I or Y uses is the old style. Long I, it is the sound that the letter I used hundreds of years ago, before the English vowel made a shift. A few words of the letter I retain the old sound, which is the same as the long E sounds today. Here are some examples of long I too. Ski, chick, police, machine, souvenir, antique, magazine, unique, many, only, funny, baby, lady, and very. The next vowel letter is the letter O. Letter O had also 3 sounds. The long O sound, the short O sound, and the short O2 sound. First is the long O sound. There is a universal or normal sound for O, the sound with rounded lips. Some common words with this sound are go, home, show, short, no, open, low, over, no, most, for, and only. The next sound is the short O sound. This is a normal short O sound, and it is actually the same sound as short A too. As in mama. Some common words that have short O are not, gun, coffee, copy, hot, wrong, lot, long, off, on, stop, and song. The next sound of O is the short O2 or alternate short O. Short O2 can be thought of as the alternate short O, and it borrows sound of short U. There are quite a few words with this sound. The few examples are sun, one, front, done, come, some, love, above, nothing, tongue, off, oven, brother, money, and month. The next letter in the vowel is U, the last letter. The vowel system is the most complicated part of the pronunciation spelling system of English because each vowel letter represents 3 or 4 different vowel sounds. The letter U has 3 different sounds, but one thing that is unique about U is that it has 2 long vowel sounds. The basic sounds of English letter U are long U1, long U2, and short U. The first sound is long U1. The sound of long U1 is the same as the name of letter U. However, this long vowel sound is a little bit unusual because long vowels usually have 2 parts, but long U1 has 3 parts. In IPA, the U, some common words that these sounds are use, music, huge, cute, cure, menu, fuel, human, and argue. Next is the long U2. The second long U sound is almost the same as the long U1, except that it has only 2 parts in IPA, the U. Some words with this sound are true, flute, blue, June, Bruce, tune, rule, tube, duty, and include. The next sound is the short U sound. Short U is pronounced in the center, not in front and not in back. Middle, not high and not low. Part of the mouth. And the tongue needs to be relaxed. Some common words with these sounds are up, just, but, much, under, us, run, study, number, and because. So, that would be all in the vowel sound. Now, let us proceed to the consonant sounds. There are 21 consonant letters. The B, C, D, F, J, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now, let us start with letter B. In letter B, the B sound is voice. The vocal cords vibrate while producing it, and is the counterpart to the unvoiced P sound P. Now let us pronounce the sound B. The B. B. Next is the letter C. The general overview in English orthography, the pronunciation of C hard is K, and of soft C is generally S. So the sound of letter C, if it is hard, sounds like K, K, and if it is soft, it sounds like C, S. Now let us proceed to letter D. D, it is a sound form of consonant pairs group, and it is called the voice. This means that you stop the airflow between your tongue and the ridge behind your teeth. The D sound is made through the mouth and it is voice, which means that you vibrate your vocal cords to make the sound. For example, the sound D, 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 D. Next is letter F. The F sound F is unvoiced. The vocal cords do not vibrate during its production, and is a counterpart to the voice V sound V. Next is letter G. Letter G sound G, G, G is voiced. The vocal cords vibrate while producing it, and the counterpart of the unvoiced K sounds K, K. Next is the letter H. The H sound is unvoiced, and the vocal cord do not vibrate during the production of this sound. Just relax like you are exhaling the carbon dioxide air to your body, like ha, ha. Next is letter K. The K sound like K is unvoiced. The vocal cords do not vibrate while producing it, and is the counterpart of the voice G, G sound G, G like K, K, and G. Next letter is letter L. To create the L, the tip of the tongue is placed against the middle of the throat ridge. The sound is created when air travels alongside the tip of the tongue between the front of the tongue and the side teeth. For example, L, L. Your tongue is in the upper part of your mouth. L. Next letter is the letter M. To create M sound, the tips are pressed together, causing the air to be blocked from leaving the mouth. For example, when you are producing the word mama. Next is letter N. To create the N sound, the air is blocked from leaving the mouth by pressing the tip against the throat ridge and the side of the front of the tongue against the side teeth, like no, no. Next letter is letter P. The P sound or p is unvoiced. The vocal cords do not vibrate while producing it, and is counterpart of the voice B. Sounds B. Next is letter Q. Q or Q has hard key sound. For example, queens. Queens. For example, quarter. Next letter is letter R. In the R sound, the front part of the tongue may be retroflexed. For example, run. Next letter is letter S. S is always produced as a snake voice when it comes after an unvoiced non-sibilant consonant sound that is after key F, P, T. We always add single S after the sound, never S. For example, the voice of the snake is S. The next letter is letter T. How to pronounce T? To create the T, air is briefly prevented from leaving the vocal tract when the tip of the tongue presses against the tooth ridge, while the side of the tongue presses against the upper side teeth. The sound is aspirated when the air is released. For example, t, t. When you are producing the word treasure, you start your mouth from producing the sound of T like t, treasure. Next is letter V. The V is the 22nd and the 5th of the last letter in the modern English alphabet. The sound of letter V is V. Next is W. Some people says W as 3 syllables, which is W. Some English people pronounce it W. For example, we will produce the word which. Next is X. The letter X. X is for xylophone. That's what the kids learn anyway. Yeah, from elementary, the one of example of letter X is xylophone. For adults who are learning American English pronunciation, X is sounds like KS, like X, X. But for example, we will use the word example. That was the time that we used the G and Z sound. Eggs, X. Next is letter Y. The tongue is extended toward with the body of the tongue very near the tooth ridge and hard palate. For example, we will produce the word yarn. The next letter, the last consonant letter, is the letter Z. The Z sound or Z is voice. The vocal cords vibrate during its production and is the counterpart of the voice S sounds S. For example, we will produce the word zebra. We will start the sound of Z as zebra. So, that would be all for this video presentation. And thank you for watching.